What is up, and welcome back to Fumblebreski, baby. We are back and kicking alive, brother Spencer. How you doing, baby?
We are back. I am chilling. It's good to be back. Cheers.
Cheers, baby. I hope everybody liked that little intro. Not to toot my own horn, but we're getting a little snazzy with it here on the Fumblebreski. We keep growing. We've improved the banner. The little logo is new, brand new. Wakata. If you want to check it out, look at that. Boom, so sexy, so spatial.
You know, that's special shout out to Fernando there. Let him toot his horn. That is beautiful. We are in business.
Bam, bam,
we are
bam.
back. First episode with the new logos, with the new intro video. You know, having an intro video gives it a different vibe. You know what I mean?
Dude, it makes me want to have an Elysian space dust right now. A little space spear, that'd be a little fun vibe, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm glad. We're getting a little professional out here on you. We got a stunt on you out here, baby.
Hell yeah. Speaking of stunting, there's a lot of teams that are going to try to stunt. Not my best transition. Not my best transition.
Even the legends have to fail sometimes, brother Spencer.
But we did have, right before we started, we had an interesting conversation. I think personally, there are like probably two interesting games. And then the rest is not the best that the NFL has to offer in terms of matchups. You disagree?
I think there's some pretty good divisional matchups out there, bro. Like the Jets Patriots game is cool. Like the Steelers Bengals game is pretty nice, man. Like there's some nice football out there, man. It's
I earmarked the Jets Patriots and the Cowboys Vikings as the two like non-prime time games. Those are the only two that have entertainment value to me. Maybe like I don't know, Eagles Colts, because the Eagles are good and Jeff Saturday is the Colts coach, and that's a cool story. You know, maybe he wins, and like legend of Jeff Saturday is born.
It's gonna keep growing, man. I love what Saturday on Sundays feeling right now, man.
Ooh, I like that. Like, Saturday on Sundays.
I can't take credit for that, bro. It's definitely been going around the Twitterverse and the social media sphere. You know what I'm saying? But
I like that.
It's definitely a nice slogan. That's why Ursi, I think, got him there, is to change the culture, and it seems to be working, at least for now. But that's what backups do, man. Like it's always a nice time.
Yeah, I mean, I assume like you have to assume they're most likely going to lose to the Eagles, but at the same time, hopefully they keep it close. Maybe they show some fight in them for a season that's been pretty rough so far. But maybe they rally. Maybe they pull out another win. The Eagles, came down to earth a little bit against the Commanders last week. We'll see what happens. But let's jump into that first AFC matchup. This is going to be a who's ballin', who's fallen prediction. I think Zach Wilson is going to struggle. He struggled.
Oh, baby, will he ever, man?
He struggled last time he played the Patriots. It was his worst game of the season. He has been better. They're coming off a big win against the Bills. But I don't know. I feel like maybe New England has his number. They've beat the Jets, I think, 13 times in a row going into tomorrow's game. I think he struggles, and the Jets don't put up a lot of points.
So is that your who's balling, who's fallen? Like you predicting Zach Wilson is going to be fallen?
Yes, yes, it's a fallen in the future.
Okay, I was editing the title, so I was a little out of it for a second, man. Where's the banner? Oh, bam, bam, bam. There we go, brother.
See, the banner was in the future also.
Okay, I see what you're saying, bro, out here. I think I agree. Bill Belichick really does have the Jets in a vice grip. At all times where Bill seems to be failing at other areas in football, he can still clown the Jets, man. And he's going to hang his hat on that. People are going to be like, oh, you see, Bill still got it, man. He beat the New York Jets, bro. I mean, the Jets have been hot recently, so it would be a big win for the Patriots, but it'll go very well for the Dolphins if that happens as well. Muddy up that AFC East, except for the 73 contending Finns, but I digress. It's going to be good football, man. I agree. I think Zach Wilson's going to be struggling. Joe Flacco isn't better than Zach Wilson, but he's more competent. You know what I'm saying? Like Zach Wilson's kind of an idiot at times.
Yeah, I think they have to play Zach Wilson. I don't know. Like he offers a little more of a diverse skill set. I think than Joe Flacco does. That being said, Joe Flacco has the experience, knows how to lead the team probably a little bit better. But Zach Wilson's the guy they're going with for the future, so I don't see them going in any different direction there. They have been good. I mean, 6-3 is nothing to be ashamed of, and it's crazy that
man.
the Patriots to be 6-4. But then you'll have both the Jets and the Patriots at 6-4. The Bills you assume are going to win against the Browns this week.
If they even fly out, man, they're still snowed in. I think
I'm a little disappointed.
They should forfeit the game.
The snow game.
They should forfeit the game if they don't go to the game. Like there's no excuse. Like no, I'm being serious, bro. Like they knew about the storm for like a week. You know, the game got moved on Wednesday, and they're still in Buffalo. It's Saturday, bro. And now they're like, we can't really fly out now. Well, obviously, because you're in the middle of a snowstorm, bro. Like you should have left beforehand.
You should have left before the storm, obviously. Yes.
Of course, bro. As soon as the NFL's talking about maybe moving, like,
wait, you're right. Why would they wait?
They couldn't even practice. They literally haven't practiced all week because they said they couldn't move because of the snow. Because the field is outside too. There's nothing to practice on. You feel me? So there wasn't even a single reason to stay. People online are like, they want to protect their families. What are you talking about, bro? Like your job.
Did they not fly out the whole week though?
Apparently they were, you know, you Syracuse, bro. You know the snow vibes, man. Like planes are a little spotty and whatnot, bro. Okay, start driving, bro. Start driving on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a professional NFL team. Figure this out, bro. This isn't like, sorry, boss, I can't pull up to the office. I'm snowed in. This is, I'm getting paid millions of dollars to play football. My game got moved. The team should have prepared around it, bro.
So what happens? Do we have a rare Tuesday night game maybe?
No, because the Bills play on Thursday, bro. They play Thanksgiving football. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's no other room to move around this game. Like, I'm saying, like, Buffalo had to understand the situation they were in, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, it's
when did they agree they were going to play in Detroit?
Wednesday.
So they should have left whenever that happened.
Yeah, no, they should have been. I would have been moving. I would have been like, and they're like, oh well. They said when they decided there was only a 10-hour window before flights got canceled, bro. You're a professional NFL team. I would have had every player on standby, and then when they said, the game's moved, show up to the freaking private plane and get out of here, bro.
Totally agree.
With 5 hours to spare. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
I mean, I don't know all the situation. I don't know. I don't know what all the weather circumstances were at the time, but you would, I guess, hope that the NFL can find a way to get him out there if there was a safe time to do so.
Of course, man. Like it's cheapness on Pagula's.
What happens then?
They have to find there's I don't really think there's a hole. The Bills have had their bye week, so have the Browns. Like there's not an area to really squeeze it in. You know what I'm saying?
They'd have to play. I don't know. What do? You can't have them play 2 games in a week.
The Bills forfeit. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to destroy everyone else's NFL schedule just because they can't fly out now and they knew ahead of time. Dude, the Dolphins, when we had when the Dolphins had a hurricane coming, bro, we flew out. We flew out on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Because the game was on Thursday.
If anything, they do week 19.
How? Push the playoffs back a week?
No, there's a week in between.
No, there's not. It's regular season, and then it starts the playoffs.
Really? There's no bye week?
No. The bye week is for the 1 and 2 seed. That's the entire point you're fighting for. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. You're right, I guess.
I'm saying the Bills are screwed. The Bills are screwed.
I don't know what happened.
And you can't punish the Browns by giving them 2 short weeks and putting their players at extra risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair to Cleveland.
Well, I guess if this actually becomes a thing and the Bills can't get out,
they're not going to forfeit, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, the NFL is not going to do that because they're the darlings of the league, but they deserve to forfeit.
That is an interesting situation to keep your eye on just to see what they do.
I think they deserve to forfeit. I think that deserves. Like, take away my Dolphin stuff around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a fan perspective, like, the onus falls on the team to be prepared. You know?
I don't know if you can say that.
Dude, Gabe Davis was playing with his dog in the snow 9 hours ago today. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they weren't doing anything to prepare. They weren't at the facility. They weren't.
You can't forfeit a game because of that. I don't
because you and your team aren't trying your hardest to get to the game.
That's a league.
They already did. They already said on Wednesday, we're moving your game out of the
know, but
snowstorm.
I'm saying
And
that
the players just didn't move.
becomes a league/team issue at that
Well, exactly.
point.
So the team didn't move. So then whose fault is the team for not showing up to the
But
game?
what if the local weather community was saying
They had a 10-hour window.
not safe?
No, they had a 10-hour window. They just didn't use the window. They decided to stay in Buffalo and wait out the storm and hope that on Saturday they could fly out. They cannot.
Maybe they felt unsafe. I don't know.
They're wrong. They were wrong. They're idiots.
I have to look more into the story.
Okay. Assume this bubble where what I'm telling you is fact. Assume, okay? We're not pegging you into this.
I still assume that they're not going to make him forfeit a game.
Okay. Well, do they deserve to forfeit a game? I don't think they'll make forfeit either, but do they deserve to?
Probably not. It's a weird situation. You know what I mean?
Here we go, Cleveland. Here we go.
You don't want the players to lose the game because of that. You know what I mean?
The number one step
that's not the right way to go down.
The number one step to winning a game is showing up, brother.
I mean, I guess technically that is true, but that's not the players' fault.
You can't blame man. I don't know. I don't know. I told you this week, bro. The Dolphins are on bye. I've slipped into the hater mode, man. The haterade is.
You did. It's coming out. I see it. It's creeping out under your sweatshirt. Yeah.
Banana cigarette season, baby. We keep vibing, brother.
I'm a little upset. I let the trade deadline pass.
We just have the dumbest league in the world. Like I didn't even say I wasn't gonna. I feel like every time I talk in the league chat, I just complain, bro. But I was really gonna be like, this is the first league I've ever seen where the trade deadline's on Friday, and not after the games end. How every other league is. I don't know what Dave's been doing with it. Like I don't know what our commissioner has been doing this year with the league. The rules have been a little weird. Is all I'm gonna say, bro.
It's what's it called? New twists every year.
New twists.
There's a new twist every year. What? We have no kickers this year?
Yeah, and home playoff teams get a 5-point advantage, which I think we took out last year because I complained. I'm pretty sure.
You complain about most things though, so that's okay.
Of course, I mean I play in 6 leagues. You feel me? So like I'm pretty I have a pretty set of what standardized rules are. You know what I'm saying? And the more I venture outside of GA, which is my favorite league forever, despite this the love hate, it gets on my nerves sometimes for sure, man. Like I did not send a single trade this season in solidarity. Hallelujah.
I tried.
Nope. No, I didn't send any. I didn't accept any, bro.
And that's why his team is not looking good.
And my team sucks for it, bro, but it's okay, man. We'll survive. Like the rules are interesting, bro. But fantasy football in general has been very interesting this year, bro. Like it's like the running backs have been not so fun, which is why my team kind of sucks. Quarterbacks haven't been as deep as usual. And I don't know. I feel like trades haven't been that common this year in most leagues, Spencer. Like
I had one big trade. I traded we swapped Las Vegas superstars. I traded Devontae Adams for Josh Jacobs.
Okay. Was that would refresh my memory? Was that in the preseason or was that
No, that was like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
It hasn't worked out for me as well as I would have hoped. Josh Jacobs did have one good game. He had one 20-point game. But Devontae's had a couple of big games since then. But that's okay.
Darren Waller on a retro route.
Either way, I assume there are a bunch of people in a bunch of leagues that have not yet had the trade deadline. Here's your prime time to make one.
For most, it's this week. Like that's what I'm saying. For most standard, like David did get that right. It is this week. But it's supposed to be after the games.
Yeah, but that means you've got about 12 hours, maybe 15 hours to make one last move. Maybe you need it. Maybe this is the move that gets you into the playoffs. Could be, right?
Spencer, what is your opinion on trading? Like, if you're a contender,
okay,
what kind of move are you making right now? Like, are you trying to sell your depth and just go for a little bit more star power? Are you trying to acquire depth, some handcuff pieces, some upside players that can maybe come back? Like, I mean, like, would you want like a Cooper Kupp who just got placed on IR, but you know that if you go to the finals, that's money right there. You know, or are you a more guy who wants to collect collect more safer pieces. I don't, you know what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah. I mean, it depends what situation your team's in, whether you're like first place in the
Contending. No,
league.
contending. Like you think you're
Contend-
contending. You think I'm going into the playoffs, which means I'm one of the 4 best teams no matter what. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
and there's like a reasonable chance that you
Like
can.
you're 7-2. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
your league's doing hot.
First, I'd
7-3. I
assess
mean,
the team for any holes, right? If there's any weaknesses, that's what I'm going for first. And I'm just going for an improvement in that position, right? If I'm weak
right.
at receiver, I'm looking to get a receiver that's better than what I have right now. And I'd be willing to sacrifice a little bit of depth for that. Not all of it.
Like bench
but
depth, though, right?
yes, exactly. Fringe depth. You still need multiple players that can play, I think, throughout the playoffs. You'll see what you're like, obviously, how your team looks from week to week. You have to have some flexibility. So I wouldn't completely sell out on a star, especially considering your team's probably already good. So don't feel the need to like make a huge splash. But I think this is a time where you're getting healthy, right? You got to be going full cylinder into the playoffs. So if you can make your team better by filling that last hole, that would be my goal.
No, I agree, man. Like I wanted to see how dumb or smart you were, Spencer. You know,
I
I
just
know.
think if you need like a good wide receiver too, this is your week to try to grab one.
Exactly. But I love what you said. Don't go too crazy. Like don't sell your running back 2 for a wide receiver 2 and some don't sell a running back 2 and some pieces for a wide receiver 2. Like be smart. Try to if you're training your depth, try to do those little 2-for-1 deals, maybe those an RB2 flex guy, and then in a little piece for a solid wide receiver 2 with upside. Like this is the type of moment where you're going to make or break your season, especially if you're contending. Be a little careful,
Your team's good for a reason.
Exactly. Your team's good for a reason. Don't over tinker. I feel like a lot of people at the deadline get a little antsy, bro, and they try to do a lot of trades. Like I had a buddy in one of my leagues, he did 3 or 4 trades. Granted, it's dynasty, so I understand like you're not able to trade till March again. But still, like I was like, whoa, bro, like you just traded half your team. The team that got you to this record is gone.
That being said, I currently have not enough playable wide receivers.
Wow.
And I didn't make a trade, and that's not looking good for me.
See, Spencer, if you put it in the chat, oh wait, the deadline was Friday.
Yeah, I might have to.
You might get it extended. A
I might have to.
little collusion going on the Fumblebreski right now, because
Shout
you
out
and
to
I were
myself.
talking trade, but like
Shout out to myself though. Last week, Sunday morning waiver wire pickup Darius Slayton, 21 points in the flex. Absolutely.
little things like that will get you going, especially in our 12-man league. How barren it is, bro.
Jarvis Landry.
It's not that bad, bro. Have you seen my team? I'm pulling up like Paris Campbell. Okay,
Yeah.
like Paris Campbell's a player I'm excited for this week. I've got like Jalen Warren on my bench. Just praying that something happens to Najee, like he gets the flu. We don't wish for injuries on the Fumblebreski.
I got the flu. Maybe Najee could get the flu.
Dude, Spencer, you get like everything, bro. You've got like a baby immune system, man. I got
I'm invincible now. Though.
You need Spencer, brother. You need to start eating dirt. Okay, I need you to eat a scoop of dirt every day, and I need you to get a little stronger. Okay, get a little tougher for me. But yeah, put a little bit dirt in your beer, swirl it around, and then let the immune system start kicking up. Okay, bro. Please.
Next time, I'll do that. You're right. Just gotta build the hard way.
That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, just battle the infections one by one, Spence. That's the way to go.
I got it. I'm too strong for them.
Too strong for them, baby.
They don't want to mess with me,
Oof. And then to wrap up fantasy chat, bro. Ooh, actually no. I was gonna say if you're bottom tier like me, you probably don't have any pieces to trade. So just hold off, bro. Just pray. But hey, Landon Marquette, man. Should I trade T. Higgins, Ken Walker, and Kareem Hunt for Jay Jets, Tony Pollard, and A.J. Dillon? Ooh. Brother, if you can get
Justin
Jefferson, the best receiver in football right now, that's nice because T. Higgins right now, his value is probably at an all-time high. Jamar Chase is inching closer to coming back. He'll go back to those wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1 numbers. Ken Walker's fire, though. I would do
do
this trade.
trade.
I would do this trade.
Because so I think Justin Jefferson is elite level, obviously. I think Tony Pollard personally is better than Zeke, and has been playing better and is getting the opportunities. So I like Tony Pollard. AJ Dillon, you're probably not going to get to play. He's been sitting on my bench most of the year. Disappointing year for him, but that seems like a trade that I would want to do there.
Yeah, man.
It's an upgrade in wide receiver and not a big downgrade in running back. Kenneth Walker is amazing, but Tony Pollard can hold his own. And Kareem Hunt hasn't been enough fantasy value really to make a difference in that trade. So I'd say yes.
Yeah, no, like look where we see right now. I see Coat. I'm gonna trust in my gut that C-Pat, like Cordell Patterson, brother. If not, correct me in the comments. But
Yes.
you still have, I think, a phenomenal running back room, and Christian McCaffrey's your running back one.
Is Patterson healthy?
Yeah, well, let's just assume it's like we'll just talk about Ken Walker and Christian McCaffrey right now. If you trade away Ken Walker, it does weaken your running back room a little bit, but your receivers, you don't have a true one. Justin Jefferson is the one of ones. Like he is Jay Jetta's. Like you have Pittman, Olave, and Tony, who's coming up right now in the Chiefs offense, and then you pair them up with Justin Jefferson, a bona fide wide receiver one. MB. Oh, it is. You mean like it is Cordell Patterson? Like I'm still confused. Anyways, but no, you need. I would do this trade, bro. Like it's you'd get you'd get a wide receiver one. You'd still have the running back one. You just make your team better all around, man. Like it's you'd be bowling, bro. 100%. Send this, lock it in, bro. If this guy sent this to you, accept it right now. Accept it and run to the hills, bro. I've got Justin Jefferson in Dynasty. I've got to see this man ascend.
I had him in a league.
He's amazing, bro.
I like him a lot. I wish I had him.
He's such a fun player to own. Like, definitely get a piece of that offense, bro. They're going to be going a long way.
So good. He's for real, you know?
Yeah, and the Vikings defense, the Vikings defense is good enough to win them games, but bad enough that you can get a lot of possessions, bro.
So like, I got to say, it's time people start taking the Vikings for real. They're 8-1 now.
Okay.
They're 8-1 now. Right? They just went into Buffalo and won as 6.5-point underdogs. Okay, they now have a win in Buffalo. They beat Miami as well. Was that game in Miami?
Hold on, Pacheco instead of Dillon. That's kind of fire too. I think Pacheco's going to be increasing up snaps right now.
I totally agree.
That's an upside player, especially with like you're probably setting Christian McCaffrey and Tony Pollard. You hope Pacheco's balling by playoffs, and you're good to go.
Pacheco's getting more carries. Pacheco's getting more carries every week, and he looks pretty good.
Yeah. Sorry, Spencer, though.
What was I talking about? Vikings. Yes, Vikings, exactly. The Vikings. It's time to start taking them for real. They were 7-1, and they were 6.5-point underdogs, and they went into Buffalo and won in a crazy like game scenario. You know what I mean? Went in there and won. They beat the Dolphins. I was on when Tua wasn't playing, but they did beat a good Dolphins team. And they're 8-1. You know what I mean?
I definitely gained respect for them, bro. I went to the game. Like I saw them in action. They're good football.
And I mean, Justin Jefferson's fantastic. Dalvin Cook's still fantastic. Hasn't even had his best year, but he's still always there, always scary.
He's coming up alive as a player, man.
He did drop a touchdown on that fourth down, which is not good. But yeah, Dalvin's always great. I think it's time to at least you got to take him seriously. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course, bro. Like I still see what's the record? 8-2,
8-1,
8-1. Yeah, I still see they're the worst 8-1 team of all time. They're pretty solid, bro. Like the Vikings are, like I think the TJ Hawkinson addition was fantastic, man. Like. If you talk about it as a fantasy perspective, like I think he's a top 3 tight end right now in fantasy, but in real life, man, like it's a guy who's just another weapon for Kirk Cousins, and all he's ever needed is just weapons to succeed. That's been the one knock on Kirk, bro. You just keep feeding him, we're good to rock, brother.
I mean, he does make some questionable decisions, and does do some like Kirk Cousins things, but he's been capable. He probably isn't the tool that like you're depending on to carry the team there, but you know he's doing a good job. and the team seems to rally around him. He's got a personality attached to him, and they've got a lot of pieces. So I don't know. They're a pretty fun team to watch too.
It's going to be good football, man. I think they every day make a case that they can actually be the NFC favorite for that Super Bowl, man. Like that's who I
All right.
think is got a good shot for it, man.
And now here we go. Rapid fire prime time pick 'em. The return. Let's help the people out. Maybe people are interested in picking. Maybe they have pools. Maybe they want to make some bets. Don't know who to pick. We know who to pick here on the Fumblebreski. Starting with that AFC East matchup. Jets versus Patriots in Foxborough. 6-3 Jets, 5-4 Patriots. Let's hear it, Fernando.
As painful as this is to say, someone gave me great perspective. I'm not rooting for a Patriots win. I'm rooting for a Jets loss. I do think that the Patriots are going to win. Bill Belichick just has their number, man. Mac Jones is not the best player, but Ramondre Stevenson has been coming on hot right now. The Pats are running very good football. And I think they're just good enough to beat the Jets. This is a divisional matchup. The Jets, they're a good. That hurt me so much to say. I feel like the Jets are a good football team right now. Okay. They play well. Robert Salah, you've done great things in New Jersey, man. Yes, New Jersey. Okay. And those East Rutherford boys, they're trying to make a name for themselves. But Bill Belichick is still a demon, bro. And unless you're Tua Tagovailoa, who's undefeated against Bill, it's pretty tough for young QBs. And Zach Wilson's going to struggle the whole time.
There?
Yeah, of course, bro. Good to go, man. I'm always strapped. And yeah, I think the Pats are going to win. It's gonna be an ugly game, bro. Like I'm talking about like a little 23-14 win. No. That's too much, bro. Too much credit for the Patriots, man. Let's give it a 20-14, man. Like it's an ugly game. That's an ugly.
I had 17-14 Patriots. I think the Patriots kick a go-ahead field goal in the last 2 minutes, and then they stop the Jets on a potential game-winning drive. Not necessarily too much fireworks. I don't think it's like goal-to-go situation. Like this is the last play of the game. Anybody could win. I think the Jets have a shot and don't take advantage of that last drive. Patriots going to stop on defense, take the game. They're both going to be 6-4, and it's just going to be a whole mishmash of good teams in the AFC East. Okay, next game, Cowboys-Vikings. As we were just talking about, 6-3 Cowboys, 8-1 Vikings.
Great game.
Prescott's playing. Good game.
Spencer, you didn't tell me what games you were going to choose that the extra games were, and I actually just had these games, and I was just going to talk about them whether or not you brought them up. So
good.
You're a genius.
Yes, I know that. But anyways, Cowboys-Vikings. I can't go on this whole rant about the Vikings and then not pick them. That seems like it would be wrong of me to do. Plus, I think the Cowboys kind of have like this Cowboys thing going on. Where the cards just won't quite fall in their favor. I think the Vikings take a win, and it might be a little crushing for Dallas. I think they can probably make it close, but it might hurt them a little bit, and Vikings walk out of there with a dub.
No, yeah, I agree, man. Like I think we're gonna be pretty even on most of these games, bro. Vikings are just too hot right now. The Cowboys, they've got a great defense. It's gonna be a phenomenal matchup to see that crushing Cowboys defense versus that miraculous Minnesota offense, bro. But the MO of this Minnesota team is just crush you with points, man. Just suffocate you with all those weapons. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, TJ Hawkinson, Dalvin Cook, man. My God. Okay. And they've got depth to boot if you were talking about a run like KJ Osborne at receiver and freaking Alexander Madison at running back. Like these kids, this is a lot of toys in that locker room, man. And I think Kirk Cousins is going to use his best to keep going to the little Kirk Douglas vibes, man. Just beat the Cowboys, bro. I'm going to be looking at.
That would be another impressive win.
Oh, I know. It's going to be an impressive win, bro. I'm looking at a little 28-24, man. Like the Vikings on top.
I think it's going to be a little lower scoring. I think it's going to be surprisingly low scoring. Not necessarily a bad game, but I think defense might play a little bit more of a role than most people would expect. And I'm going like a 24-21 sort of situation.
Okay.
Again, maybe a field goal comes into play there at the end. We'll see.
How do you think Dalton Schultz does, baby? Just to
I think Oh, Dulcich or Dalton Schultz. I don't know. I gotta go Schultz there.
I
Most
want a
likely.
piece of this game. Yeah, if you're talking about playing them, I'm assuming not trading.
Yes.
Talking about playing, like my every time I have a close decision in fantasy football, it's a game, bro. So if there's that close in rankings, I'm like, which game do I want to watch more? Which game has more potential for points?
Exactly. And
So
that's
that
why.
Vikings Cowboys game is way more interesting than the Broncos
Yes.
Raiders game, bro. It's
Yes.
disgusting.
I'm
It's
glad you said that. That was exactly the answer I was going to say. The Cowboys game just has more potential,
a lot of appeal.
more opportunities that may be available.
Oh yeah.
Let's keep going. Chiefs versus Chargers. Are we going to go 4-0 on the same picks here? Is it that now? Okay, forget the prediction here. New question, new prediction. Is it going to be the same as it usually happens? Close game, maybe pretty high scoring, back and forth. Chargers have a chance, and then Justin Herbert blows it. Is that what's going to happen? Or do the Chargers just not have it this year?
Choke artist Herbert. You're gonna see it again, once again in action, bro. Where's the vision? It's coming to me. Oh yeah. Justin Herbert's gonna go out there once again. The Chargers, Derwin James is gonna do his best, bro. They're gonna Austin Eckler is gonna be humming along the lines. Mahomes is gonna be a little rattled a bit. He's gonna play well, but it's all going to come down to a crucial moment from Justin Herbert. They're down 10 points. They could come back, and he's going to get picked off, man. He's going to get picked off.
Not necessarily like
they're going to choke it away. And then at the end, he'll in the garbage time, when there's like a minute and a half left, a minute left, he'll get a field goal or a touchdown. Realistically, they're not going to win, but he's going to make it look like, we played really close. Freaking idiot. Chiefs, give me the win.
I think it could be closer than people expect. I think it is a little different. I don't think the Chargers obviously are not at full strength, especially in the wide receiver room there. So it is a little bit different. But I think Chiefs-Chargers usually have pretty good games. Chiefs have been looking pretty good, but they usually have close games. It is a division game. Chargers don't want to go get embarrassed. I think it's close. I do think, again, yes, it just doesn't come together for Herbert at the end. Close game, maybe even a game-winning opportunity. That doesn't fall their way. Mahomes, historically, those are the games that Mahomes wins. Like when he needs something to happen, something happens, and it's been the opposite with Herbert. And for his sake, not that I hope he proves me wrong,
Choke artist.
But for his sake, it could be an opportunity to prove people wrong. And it's time to go. Okay, and the last game, Monday night. It's 49ers versus the Cardinals. Is Kyler Murray playing? I do not know.
I just checked. So he is questionable. Game time decision with the little hamstring vibes, bro. So it'd be tough. It'd be the second game in a row. It's up to Kyler, bro. And if you're a quarterback who's getting paid this much, bro, I get it. Your hammy bothers you, especially for the type of game you play. But if you're 70%, you gotta play. You gotta play, man. Just don't run. Just don't run.
What's their record, Arizona Cardinals?
They're slipping. I know that, man. You check that while I answer this in the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Time to move on from Cordero. Latavius Gordon, Pacheco, all available on waiver wire. Yeah, if you've got Pacheco, bro, I would try real quick, see if you could trade Cordell Patterson. It sounds like you're probably like in a 10-man league. But I would say, yeah, cut Cordell Patterson for Pacheco if you can. There's just a lot of heads to feed in that Atlanta backfield with Trey Algier. I'm gonna butcher his name.
Algier.
Yeah, that kid, the rookie runner. He's playing pretty nice, man.
Tyler Algier.
Yeah, he's playing pretty nice, man. So him, and it's contending with a little bit of Cordell Patterson's work and Caleb Huntley back there as well. I would try to move on that for greener pastures, just a better team. Sutton or Pittman. If they're gonna rock with Matt Ryan, I would rock with Pittman. I hate Russell Wilson though, so that's just me. I
think that's a tough choice either way. Gotta go. Pittman probably is just gonna get more volume. You have to guess. Sutton's been kind of on and off.
This is the true questions. McChicken or McDouble, bro? Half
Ooh,
PPR. If you're going this angle, brother, you gotta, I believe, get a chicken sandwich and a burger, and then just make your own double. You know what I'm saying? Like you
no.
get a McChicken and a little burger, then you can make your own McDouble with the little McGangbang style, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think you got to go half PPR. That's where you come into play and got to go McChicken there. You got to assume they're going to get the bulk of the orders. Get those points on the catches. That's the difference for me.
There we go, baby.
There's the bold Fumblebreski predictions. Why don't we end on that one? That seems like a good place.
Wait, we didn't start with the Cardinals or the.
Oh, 49ers Cardinals. You're right. Sorry, McChicken. Back to the football.
The banner confused you. Don't worry. I almost
49ers
enough to.
Cardinals.
So I'm gonna go with the Niners, bro, just because if Kyler Murray is banged up like that, I don't think that team was really contending at full strength much, anyways. But it's
I really don't like the Cardinals, but I am going to go with the Cardinals. It feels like one of those games that like you could think is a season like turning win for the Cardinals. I don't think it ends up to be that. I don't think they just have it this year. They seem to be in a lot of disarray. There's not a lot of confidence exuding from that team. That being said, I think they win it at the division game. They're 4-6, kind of need a win. Playing San Francisco, who's 5-4. They're not out of the division race. The Rams are 3-6, and the Seahawks are good. They're what?
Geno Smith a baller, bro. Geno Smith's the best quarterback in that division right now, man.
He is the best quarterback. I totally agree. That being said,
you got the Cardinals
out of it, and they feel like they're not out of it, and they escape with a win. Close game, exciting game, 28-24 Cardinals.
Okay, I've got the 49ers. I'm going to give the 49ers 28 points, and we're going to give the Cardinals a little 17 action, bro.
All right. See, we love a good disagreement to end the
day. Bang-a-ring. Spencer, as always, man, a pleasure, and I'm about to watch Peru kick some ass, brother.
Yeah, enjoy the World Cup if you're watching some soccer.
We'll be covering a little bit of it.
Yeah, we can. Right now?
There you go. No, later.
Okay, later. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch soccer my own right now.
We'll have a World Cup special, but
I'll change my jersey background, bro. I'll put up the soccer ones.
11 a.m. Eastern, first game. You can catch some football before the football,
Oh, yes, sir. Check out the opener. It should be pretty cool. I should go on like around 10.
11, but close.
No, the opening ceremony, bro.
Oh, opening ceremony.
Yeah.
What he said. All right, and with that,
catch everyone.
So long.
Bang-a-rang.